Let's do this. Alright, Weather Crown. Here. Time for some scuffed ass reviews. So it's a 2 mana enchantment. Enchant creature has base power 0 and has at the beginning of your... Okay, nice. Perfect. The one on the right is unplayable trash. Just how I like it. Can't see? Well, you don't need to see, man. It's shit. Right, Harold, King of Skemfar. 3 mana, 3/2, legendary elf, warrior, menace. When Harold, King of Skemfar enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an elf, warrior, or Tyvar card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. 3 mana, 3/2, draw a card. I mean, 3 mana, 3/2, draw a good card, kinda. Gas? Nah, not gas. I think it's shit, guys. It's a bit slow, innit? A little bit slow. But it's okay. Diesel? I don't know, that. I suspect that you might put it in the Golgari Elf deck that's coming together rather nicely at this point, I must say. But it's a 1-deck Andy card, innit? Will it be in that deck? Probably. Yeah, legendary. If it wasn't legendary, that'd be cool. But I guess you can play like 1 copy of it, right? You'll probably find a slot for 1 copy, maybe. But for me, it's not that good, man. It's not that good. It sounds a lot better than it is. Menace is nice though, especially if you've got a bunch of lords, right? I think there will probably be 1 copy of this in that Golgari deck. Harold unites the elves. 4 mana, saga, rare. Okay. Rare elf saga, let's go. This thing better be gas. Mill 3 cards. You may put an elf or Tyvar card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Oofed. Put a +1/+1 counter on each elf you control. Oofed. Whenever an elf you control attacks this turn, target creature an opponent controls get -1/-1 until end of turn. Okay, that's kind of whatever. Okay, this thing's good. This is good. Harold unites the elves and Tyvar as your 4-drops, huh? I mean, it's not bad. This thing is good. I mean, this will obviously be in the deck. The question is, how many of each? How many Tyvars and how many Sagas? I mean, you're playing 4 Tyvars for sure. So how many Sagas? Because you can't play that many of them if you've already got 4 Tyvars. 4 and 4. I mean, I don't think you can play 4 and 4, man. This thing is nuts, though. 3 Tyvar, 4 Sagas? I mean, it is a nice 4-drop slot in it with those 2 cards. But it's still the deck. It needs a mana dork, doesn't it? The deck needs a mana dork. Alright, what we got now? New god card. Egon. Egon, god of death, with his throne of death. So the creature is 3 mana 6. 6? What? Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. If you can't, sack Egon and draw a card. Can't see? Well, you're guys. So how do you want me to solve this problem? This problem is unsolvable. Okay. There you go. How's that? There's Egon and Throne of Death. Move camera down. Wow, that's actually really smart. Why didn't I think of that? Okay. 3 mana 6/6. Exile 2 cards from your graveyard. Throne of Death is a 1 mana artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. 3 and a tap. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Draw a card. Wow. That's pretty good, huh? That's pretty fucking good. It's really sad that it's legendary though, huh? It is a bigger creature than Lovestrip Beast. Yes. That's very cool. This guy is nuts. He'll go in a lot of decks, man. Like something similar to the current like Rakdos standard deck with the Crokeyz and the Timerits. It's an easy include in that. What else? I mean, he just goes he's so nice with Crokeyz, isn't he? You can play him in Historic probably and like some Stitcher Suppliers decks. You can use him to cast Henge. True. True. He is pretty nuts, huh? I mean, honestly, the artifact is better than the creature, by the way. This artifact is gas. That is just a ticking time bomb of Crokeyz and Oxes and Wost Riders.
This is great banter. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, the artifact's better than the creature. The artifact just goes so well in so many decks, man. It's a really nice card to like play around your opponent's cages in Historic as well, right? You can just start exiling your creatures that you can't recur and start drawing some juice. Then you actually have to remove the cage. It's kind of annoying that you can't put this card in Rakdos Arcanist, right? because the creature side will stop you playing Lurrus even if you never cast the creature side. But super cool card. I think the artifact will be more relevant. The creature is okay. I think you'll put this card in your deck to play the artifact, and then in some games at some points you'll just be in a spot where you can cast a creature. Feed the Serpent. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Okay. So this is in a language that I can't read, and I also can't get to other tabs because I have no keyboard. It's pacifism? Okay. When Elderfang Disciple enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. That's a nope. 2 mana 0/6. Classic white card here. Actual boomer. I literally don't have a keyboard, man. My keyboard's arriving tomorrow. Middle mouse button? What do you mean middle mouse button? I know how to open a tab. I don't know how to get to the other tab while in full screen. Alright, guys, you're done. Fuck the Ox. Guy, I can't do this without a keyboard, man. It's actually too awkward. How do I even get out of full screen? There we go, easy. I guess we'll read the Ox then, fine. You may use Giant Ox's toughness to crew rather than its power. Raider's Carve, artifact vehicle. Whenever Raider's Carve attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. Well. Well. So what type of deck wants to play this? You need a deck that can actually crew it, that also wants to ramp. Now what the hell would that be? A deck with a lot of creatures that wants to ramp. That's not a lot of decks, man. That is not a lot of decks. Draft deck? I think you guys are underestimating this card, man. This card's super good, but it just depends. There's just, as I said, the type of deck that this would go in, it doesn't really exist, does it? A creature-based deck that needs a lot of mana? Like even something like Teamer Adventures, yeah, but even the current builds of Teamer Adventures, I mean they can obviously be changed if this card was good enough to play on them, but even that version of Teamer Adventures, I don't even think it's got enough creatures to play this, man. Busted in Omnath decks. I think that card's cool, man. That card is decent. But I don't think we'll find a deck for it. Code Spell Cleric. 1 drop, 1 mana creature, finally. 1 mana, 1/1 Vigilance. When Code Spell Cleric enters the battlefield, if it was the second spell you cast this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. +4/+4. Okay, that thing sucks. Burning Rune Demon. 6 mana. Mythic Demon Berserker. Not legendary. 6/6 with flying. When Burning Rune Demon enters the battlefield, you may search your library for exactly 2 cards, not named Burning Rune Demon, that have different names. If you do, reveal those cards. An opponent chooses one of them, put the chosen card into your hand, and the other into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. Nice mythic there. Six mana, draw 1. Yep. Demonic Lightning. 2 red instant, deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Foretell for 1 red. Can't go face, by the way. Run Amok. Yep, we know that card. Crush the Weak. 2 damage to each creature. If a creature dealt damage this way would die, exile it. Wow. Red Cry of the Carnarium. With Foretell. I mean, it's bad, but it's a card. Legitness? I don't know, guys. I mean, this is like... At least it would be in a deck that can make use of Foretell, though. It's okay, right? It's a red Cry with upside. Yeah, but Cry kind of sucks, doesn't it? Cry, like, really sucks. But the Foretell is nice on this card, though. Because if you're using the Foretell ability, you're still casting it for the normal amount. Normally, these Foretell things are making you pay, like, 1 or 2 mana more. I mean, I'm sure we'll see this card at some point, but it's just another board wipe, innit? It's another one. Alright, Starnheim Unleashed. 2 white sorcery. Create a 4/4 white angel warrior creature token with flying and vigilance. If this spell was foretold, create X of those instead. What? What? Alright, so Foretell for 2. And then if X is 1, it's another 3 mana to make 1 4/4. If X is 2, it's 5 mana to make 2. If X is 3, it's 7 mana to make 3. Wow. This thing is just never good, is it? It's actually gas. There's no price point when it starts. It's good. It never gets good. Dual Strike. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 4 or less, it's just a bad Amelia's Call. Yeah, Amelia's Call is nasty because it's on a land, isn't it? When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost 4 or less, this turn copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Shit. Frostpire Arcanist. This spell costs 1 less to cast if you control a giant or a wizard. Okay. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for an instant or sorcery with the same name as a card in your graveyard. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. It's a pretty cool limited card. XD. Mr. Ravager. When it enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to any target, where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. Guys, this is Flame Tongue Kavu. If you have 4 wizards in play, that is an easy Flame Tongue Kavu. And everybody always has 4 wizards in play. Can go face, yes. But so, say you're playing Giant Tribal. Say this is your 3rd Giant, and you cast this. 4 mana, 4 to deal 3 to face. I mean, this guy is the type of... He could be okay, but... I very much doubt it. Bomb? I don't know about Bomb, man. Don't know about Bomb. Can go face is nice. But I feel like this is just a 4 mana, 4 to deal 1 damage to face, isn't it? In most games of Magic.
Hi YouTube.
It has great synergy with Starnheim Unleashed. It does, man, yeah. If you do X equals 5 for 4 till 2 into 11 mana, you can then cast your Ravager and deal 5 to face, followed up by a swing with your 5 4/4s. That's 25 damage. And your opponent only starts the game with 20 life, so that's, the game's over. You won. Weathered Runestone. Non-land permanent cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. So this is a 2 mana cage. I mean, my evaluation of this card is, this card sucks, but people will play against it. Will be playing against it, because I mean it's the only option that you have, right, for that type of effect. So it will be in decks. It will be in decks. The power level of this card is super low, but the effect is such a wanted one. So many decks can make use of this effect that people will play it, obviously. Rogues, for example, can use it pretty well, yeah. LC play, guys. Get ready for some Weathered Runestones. Alright, Weathered Runestone, playable card. What else we got? Throne of Death, playable card. Harold Unites the Elves. Gas. Harold, King of Skemfar. maybe a one-off. It's a better cage. I don't know, man. Cage kind of does the job, right? Sure, you can get non-creatures past cage, but that's just not... I don't think that's actually relevant. Like, I mean, when would... Against what opponent would this runestone be good, but cage is bad? Like, maybe Paradox Engine, right? Stop Emery doing some stuff, but that's about it. Refresh for new card. Okay, man. I'm on it. Ganete Aterozerante. Terrifying Rider. 6 mana, 3/7. 1 black tap. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Target opponent loses 3 life. That honestly seems like a bit of a bomb for the old drafters, doesn't it? Deal 3 damage to opponent's face. It's pretty good. That is a big bomber. 7 mana bolt machine. Yep. Well, 6 mana, yeah. Dude, I wish they would just release all of the elf cards today. I want to get started on building the elf deck, man. I've got to be honest. I was pretty hyped for like all of the different decks, but the elf deck is beginning to push ahead for me as the one that I'm most hyped for right now. I'm hoping the Wizards can bless me with some hype for the dwarf deck as well. It's not looking too good yet though, the dwarf one. The giant one and the dwarf one needs some serious help. I'm pretty sure the angel deck is dead on arrival. And the elf deck, I don't know, maybe it's shit. But it looks kind of decent so far. But we terribly, desperately need a dark. We need a Llanowar Elvies. Big time. Angels will be fun. Dude, I'll be trying angels, man. Do not doubt. We will be trying the angels. But of all the pushed like tribal decks, it seems like the weakest one so far. But again, we're only like, we've not seen all the cards, right? Refresh again? Fuck me, dude. I thought I was getting to leave. What does this work? Guys, please stop making me refresh for commons. I hate commons. Not only in Magic. Poacher's Falcon. 1 blue. For Snowbird. Tap, draw a card, discard a card. Is it good in the late game? Nope. Is it good on curve? Nope. You love Growth Spiral though? Hey, not all commons are bad. But it's not good odds, is it? Some commons are gas.